The Simpsons, season 37, episodes 14 and 15. What did I think about these episodes? I was a little bit disappointed in both of them, for reasons. So episode 14 is actually the 800th episode of The Simpsons, which is wild. Also, because this is going to be a long-form video, some of you might be like, what? I've been covering The Simpsons on my shorts this season since it started in September or August or something. Just get that out there. But there's more to talk about here because they dropped 2 episodes. Crap. Anyway, I think that, I was disappointed in both. Starting off with episode 14, it starts out as this, as a Santa's Little Helper episode, turns into a parody of National Treasure. It shares its name with the Gravity Falls episode that's a parody of National Treasure, which is kind of funny. But what did I like about it? I'll start with that. I'll be nice. It was nice getting a recreation of the ending of the first episode of The Simpsons, the Simpsons roasting on open fire. That was awesome. I liked that. Really tied everything for 800th episodes. We also got like a reference to Homer the Great, the Stonecutters episode, which is also an amazing episode. So that's fun to see a reference to that. I think we got a Pie Man reference here, which is interesting. Immediately, though, this thing digresses. Santa's Little Helper, almost said My Little Pony for some reason. Just wait. Santa's Little Helper is fat. And that feels wrong, and I can't explain why, but it weirded me out. But he's fat. They parody the pit for 5 seconds, which is not even the episode they should have parodied, considering where they go later in the episode. The show they should have parodied, considering where they go later in the episode. And then we spend so much time in, we parody the pit for way too long. It's not even a parody, it's just a straight up crossover episode with the pit. And after that, you know what we do? We decide, hey, let's randomly go to Philadelphia. And then we parody National Treasure. And we also, Homer does everything as a husband and a father and everything in this episode right. He's great in this episode. This is one of the few episodes where he's actually doing the right thing and not telling the, Nicolas Cage guy and stuff where the dog is. And then the show still tries to frame him as a bad husband. And, there are episodes of Simpsons where you can do that. This is not one of them. Also, yes, Homer messes up, but I really do believe Homer is a good husband. I mean, he had the opportunity to cheat on his wife with Michelle Pfeiffer, and he didn't take it. So he's a very good husband. So, that didn't work. It's your 800th episode, and it really didn't work. It didn't come together. I will say, having your first episode be about Santa's Little Helper, your 800th, that's a good, continuity-wise. It just makes me imagine if this was, the finale, it would suck and be one of the worst series finales of all time, but it would at least have, bookending to the show. But it's not the finale, and we're getting another Simpsons movie, so, I'm very excited for the new Simpsons movie, though. I still don't think the show has really gotten bad. Maybe it did, and then it got good. These are just 2 lackluster episodes. But that didn't work. And also, why parody the pit? If you're going to do an episode where you're going to Philadelphia, I think the show you would parody or do a crossover with in that type of capacity would be It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I mean, to be fair, DeVito is Frank Reynolds in Always Sunny, and he's also Homer's brother in The Simpsons, but, do that, or do Abbott Elementary. Why the pit? And then we do a National Treasure parody? This thing just didn't work for me, I'm sorry. But what did I think about episode 15? First off, the positives. This episode actually starts very strong. I love Homer and Kirk Van Houten whenever they interact on The Simpsons. I do love them as a duo. But it goes off the rails. We find out Kirk, he's got something with bipolar disorder, and the way bipolar disorder is treated is not accurate in my opinion, and it's kind of messes up there. And Luann, is her name Luann? Milhouse's mom, she's acting in character. I just don't like her character. I like Kirk a lot more. And like, it gets so off the rails and weird. I didn't like this episode. It's harder to explain why with this one. I didn't. I think it's better than the first episode of these pair that came out on the same night. I would definitely say week 800 and 801. The rest of the season has been better. Not worth the wait. I waited like a month to get more Simpsons season 37, and this is thanks I get. So altogether, I'm gonna give episode 1 a C-, and I'll give episode 2 a C+. So there you go. Well, episode 14 a C-, and episode 15 a C+, but you know what I mean.